everything you can to identify the right teacher action. And if you don't, or you realize after the conversation, you know, Jessica, I left our conversation yesterday and I said investment, but actually, the more I think about it, the more I realize that if you go in tomorrow and try to invest them, I don't think you can like get their attention to do that. And so, like, if you have an afterthought, I guess, of like after the conversation, and, or you like sort of let it like settle in a little more, like, don't wait till the next week to say that. Go up to them tomorrow and say, you know what, I left our conversation yesterday feeling like I said the wrong thing. Did you? Cool. Let's relook at sort of our observation notes and what we saw, because I just don't want you going into the classroom prioritizing the wrong thing, type of thing, you know? Yeah.
I just have a question. So, and I think that you basically already answered this, but like, you want what you are targeting is the teacher action to be as specific as possible.
Yes.
Right?
So, yes.
Because I guess like I was just looking like when I was taking the notes and saying like it's in a vacuum, I was like, all right, was it more money than my thought process? But I was like, you know, which one of the things was it? Did she never make a plan at the beginning of the time? Did she not write into her lesson plan? Did she not rehearse her lesson plan so she didn't know what to do? Or did she do all that and she just never followed through? Like, can you get that specific and say, actually, it's those first three things are great, you plan your, you know, your expectations, all this and this. We're just going to focus on this tiny piece. Like, it's okay if it's really, really specific, right?
So what we would do is we would get TAL out, right? And in TAL, there's a couple executing rows in it, or there's a row on like managing expectations, and we would go to that row, and then if we can even get more specific in a strand, we would do that. Or if it's like actually of this row, it's all the strands, we would do that. So we're definitely going to be getting TAL out, and you guys are going to get a chance to do this right now, where we like, yeah, we're not going to. That's a sort of a good flag here. We're not going to be as broad as investment when we communicate to the core member. Like when we're thinking in our head, that's fine. But when we get down to actually communicating with the core member, we want to pick the row of TAL and the row of investment specifically. Is it I do? Is it I can or I want type of deal? So that we can outline the next steps as clearly as possible.
And you could even use a strand.
You could and should, or yeah. Great question. Perfect transition actually. So what you're going to do right now is while Anisha's setting up the video, you guys are going to do what I just did for the first time. So you need handout 4, which the top box gives you a little bit of background information about Josh. And then I would also do what Anna just said, which is get TAL out, the Institute version, so that you can begin thinking about the row specifically that you want, the rows that you want to think about and develop a theory. So while Anisha's setting it up, just take a couple minutes to get yourself organized and read that top box of handout 4.